Hello, this is Greg. Fuck. Hello, I just wanted to give you a quick tour of this reactor ensemble called Wavy Tables, and a little bit of an explanation about what it does and how it works. So basically, this synth is based around having a few parameters and then having an envelope for all of those parameters. And yeah, so, and we're playing back this sample and in small chunks, sort of like a granular thing, but not quite, because there's not really any overlapping grains or anything. So we're just like looping small sections. So yeah, if we hit a button, we can change the length here. And it'll maintain the speed of that, of the loop. And we can change the frequency. And somewhere around here, it'll turn around and go backwards. Not at 0, but somewhere around there. So this is kind of a fun thing to put an envelope on, because if you put the envelope to go this way, and then have it return slowly with this guy, you can have some weird, have that kind of weird reversing sort of effect. Yeah, and then the width is the stereo width, and we have an unwidened parameter here to like mono it back up if it gets too wide, because this is like a has delay sort of thing, so it'll delay one of the sides, and that can get pretty pretty wide. So it's nice to be able to rein it in a little bit. Okay, so, and then we've got the basic filter, blah, blah, you know, same boring stuff that you have with every filter. The filters are the kind of the built-in reactor ones that sound pretty cool. The resonance can actually make a tone. So if we go down here, so you might want to use that as a way to like design your sound. You could have, you know, the resonance starts down here and it kind of goes up, and this guy is down here or something. Oh, let's start with the. You know, and that's part of your sound maybe, or you can do the key tracking a little bit more. So. You know, so the key tracking handles the notes, and the notes are based on the cutoff there. So there's that, which is one of my favorite aspects of it. And then you've also got this morphing thing. So we're able to morph through these filter shapes. And basically, whatever you start at, this is sort of your filter index, and then you're able to morph away from that. Like up from that index. So say you start at bandpass, you can go up to bandpass with a steeper slope, and then to high pass, and then now we're going back to low pass here, and go back around just like that. So kind of a nice way of doing that, and you've got an envelope for that as well here, laid out in kind of a funny way. So yeah, and then I think one of the key things with this bad boy is like, if you don't know what's happening or what to do, zero all these envelopes and start one at a time. It's the easiest way to get around with this. So here we've got this sound, it's just looping this little section, so now we can see clearly you know, we're looping a bigger or smaller section. Or maybe we want to, you know, make more of a tone thing. And we can also automate that, right? So the position is here. So we can go like this. That's a fun one to automate. That along with the frequency. Get kind of a lawnmower sort of chainsaw thing. Now, let me just say that this thing is not the best at staying in tune. In fact, there was no effort made on my part to make it be in tune ever, because I don't care. So I would just recommend just resampling, like using this more as a sound toy and resampling it, and then using your preferred sampler to play it back. Yeah, and here you've got a little bit of like geometry distortion. So basically this, it's like a wave shaper sort of thing. So this just puts the sound through a sine wave. Like it calculates the sine of the wave, of the signal. Oh yeah, don't eat chips, you're on video. Okay. And it's a band, it's a multi-band thing. So here we've got the volume of each band, and you can change like where those bands happen. So you can shape the sound a little bit in that way. You can also, depending how hard you hit it, it will sound really different. So let's put it. This is the dry wet. No, that one doesn't sound that different when you hit it really hard. Okay, anyways, moving on to this one. This is an arc cos distortion, which is really dramatic. Let's see what it's doing to the signal here. Can't remember what this button does, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Hello. So that's pretty much it. There's not really that much to it. It just makes some weird noises. And all you have to do is play with these parameters and you'll be able to get some really strange sounds pretty quickly. That's cool. Okay. This thing does a kind of a cool thing where when you hit a couple buttons in a row, sometimes the envelopes will stack on each other. So you can get to a higher amount just by like hitting the button a bunch of times. So yeah, that's worth playing around with. There's also, oh, that was a nice one. There's also this nice glitch where if you hit the edge, it will make a weird, it does something weird. Like that. Kind of crazy high frequency stuff. Weird. So there's that. Interesting. Okay. And then there's that one. Okay, so there's that, and then at the end you've got a gain, you know, play around with that. You've got your volume envelope. These don't mean anything, don't look at them. That's that for Wavy Tables. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial.